Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny.
And Burry is incredibly short. $1.6 billion is the number that's going around. We're going to look at all of his past tweets, trying to see if he's actually successful as his namesake once was in 2007-ish era, and why he's actually shorting. We're going to take a look.
Two Super Guys Trade Stocks.
All right. So we've all seen these tweets before. I'm going to go this like kind of quickly, right? So the big thing is the dates, okay? I took all of his tweets calling sell, don't sell, crash, I was wrong, yada, yada, and I put them on a graph. And would not yield the results you would think, because I know we're big fans of Burry, right?
Boy.
Okay. So this is the big one, the greatest speculative bubble of all time by 2 orders of magnitude, June 15th, 2021. Then, September 22, he's essentially saying, hey, we have all these other crashes, or yada, yada, yada. 2022, it's about to crash, right? Dunsies. Mm-hmm. You have no idea how short I am, November 15th, 2022.
Yeah.
This was him pointing at the dot-com era bubble as we were approaching that 200 moving average. And he's like, maybe we might just bounce off this and crash. And then just flat out sell.
Yeah, I was
wrong to say sell.
Yeah, that's a good one right there, yeah.
And then congratulations, you're the biggest buy the dip community in history, right? And then we go to our other thing. Him being incredibly short.
Yeah.
All right, now, real quick, people say like he's $1.6 billion. It's not like exactly true. It's if all options were exercised, correct? It's not actually that much money.
Yeah, they all went to zero. That would be the theoretical value.
Yeah. So here's the actual weekly chart. Okay, you can see my mouse. So this is when he's saying you have this big bubble that's going to pop, and it's going to be multiple orders of magnitude. Okay.
Yes.
Here he calls it's time for a crash. Here you have no idea how short I am. We're about to crash. Definitely sell. Oh shit, I was wrong. All right? And then up to here, super, super short. Now, people are talking about Burry in his entry. Historically, he's usually incredibly early when he says stuff. He did trades on Oxy, right? He was in at 23, I think, and I think he left at 28. It's at 60.
60. Yeah.
Right? He did the TLT short, which I participated in. He was short. He left when TLT was at 140. I shorted to 100. So he's usually quite early and doesn't have the most patience. All right? But obviously, he's stupid successful. This bracket is where his theoretical entry is for SPYs and Q short. Okay? Now, if he entered anywhere below this white line, which as you can see by the bracket is quite likely, unless he timed it beautifully, he is actually still negative, even after we've had this mild correction on the SPY.
Yeah.
This is the Q.
Never mind accounting for some theta decay depending on how long dated his options were, because we don't get to know that. We don't know the strikes and we don't know the expiration date. Someone asked that in another comment. But unfortunately, that's not information that he has to give up.
Exactly. That's taken out theta decay, just pure entry price. Here's the SPY, same thing. There's only 2 days above where we are right now. So there are some people that got the 13F and immediately followed in. One,
oh God,
they posted in our comments. One, you guys are ballsy as hell. Respect. You're actually doing quite well. If you actually did it on that day, congratulations. I don't have the balls for that. That's wild. Yeah. But congratulations.
Ironically, the day the 13F came out was actually probably a better day to do it than the day he did it.
Yep. No, it 100% was. Yeah, it's kind of wild. I think it was, if you can see my mouse, this day here, I believe, right there.
Yeah.
So
that's about right.
Congrats. Now, here's the actual SPY. Now, it's easy to humans have short memories. All right. We forget that we were going up for years, and we have this correction. And if you go on like Stock Twits, which is just the most ridiculous people on the planet, by the way, everyone's like, "Oh
Yes.
my God, we're crashing, the world's over." And we're not even we've broken the 20 EMA on a weekly chart. We're not. This is not a.
Yes.
As of right now, I'm not shorting the market in any way whatsoever. This, by all means, looks like a healthy correction. The green circle is the highs. What do you have to? Do you see that at all?
Yeah, I see what you're
Pink
saying.
right there. Qs, same thing. Haven't broken it, right? Until we go to this dashed line, which is the 100 moving average, I just don't think this is worth a short. It's just, I don't know what he's thinking, but it just seems incredibly risky to me. And he, like I said, he's underwater.
Yeah.
This is the XLF. This is the index that is for financial stocks. I just wanted to point something out. This was leading some of the drops that we've had recently on the SPY. There are some tech companies that are contributing to that, but you can see that it is just not breaking above this 100 moving average. This is something that I'm going to look at in the future for trading, but we're coming to this incredibly narrow range where it couldn't break the 200, which is the blue, and the 100, which is this dashed gray. It's just chopping back and forth in an incredibly tight range. And for those people who say indexes don't respond like stocks, I don't. Just look at the red arrows. Yes, they do. 100%. Yeah. All right. Last thing. Do you know what this is?
I'm not sure the time on this one. Where
May 2005 is the red arrow.
2005. Okay.
So
this is when Burry entered his housing short.
Yeah. Just to show you
Perfect.
how early he was and how he has balls of steel. He entered. Now, he had varying levels of entry, right? He got in a little bit, which was the very start here, and then he got crazy heavy. But he held through all of this shit. Like, nightmare town. Not good. So, yeah.
The famous Burry thing is about how he's called 10 of the last 2 crashes, right? And this question is he going to be right, or is he just so far early that it's hard to justify entering the trade? Or on the same token, like, is he just saying that at some point this thing's going to break, and eventually things do break for some reason that he couldn't predict? So I don't know how much credence you put into that.
I think it's incredibly early to trade. He's definitely underwater right now on his trades, unless he had like the 2 days out of that quarter where you could have been underwater and actually timed it well. Like I said, we don't know the expiration. We don't know any of that stuff. He could already be out of the trade, theoretically. He could have literally done the trade and exited August 2nd. And this whole thing is just news crap for no reason.
Oh yeah, and he hasn't tweeted since like May, so unfortunately we don't really get anything from him anymore. After your nice chart there, which is awesome, thank you for doing that, of the timeline of all his tweets along with the actual stock market graph. It shows how futile this crap can be sometimes. That's why, like, yeah, it's fun to play with, and like, yeah, so don't get me wrong, I still do it just for entertainment value, but for the most part, my investment thesis is about buying index funds for retirement accounts and also investing in companies that I think generally have a safety in terms of their price because they're undervalued, in my stupid guy personal opinion. But that's more my strategy overall.
Completely agree. All right, guys, let us know what you think. Have a good one.
Catch you next one.